Previously on Coriolis. With 10 hours to kill before departure, the crew did what any responsible adventurers would. Shopping sprees, coffee debates, and daydreams about buying illegal rifles on Coriolis, because nothing says professional spacers like caffeine and questionable weapons deals. But their pre-flight checklist turned up more than spare parts. Under the captain's chair, a very active listening device. In the cargo hold, a mysterious crate stamped with pariah symbols, exile markings, and the universal warning label for, "You probably don't want to open this." Naturally, they opened it. Inside, a stasis pod, a pariah initiate, and a rapid decompression that turned her debut into a very short cameo. With a corpse on their hands, a hidden transmitter trying to snitch, and zero trust in their autopsy skills, the crew decided the only logical course of action would be to blast the evidence out an airlock and shoot it for good measure. Problem solved. Probably. From there, it was time for the big leagues. They arrived at Coriolis clear-headed, their ship intact, and their dead passengers still awkwardly stored in the medbay. Docking at Coriolis, they headed straight for Bahani's cantina to rendezvous with Dent. Now, with weapons ready, secrets piling up, and a red-headed stranger crashing the party, just one question remains. Can this crew survive Coriolis long enough to save the horizon, or will they just add another body to the medbay fridge? Today, the adventure continues.
And as we ended, there was a smaller, or actually, Tammy, why don't you describe what Scratch looks like?
Well, are you going to show the video? You got to show the video.
Okay, hold on. Which one? Oh, that was the one you wanted. Stop.
We cannot see it.
No, I have to.
Are you Dent's friends?
Yes.
How cool was that? I know it's AI, but it's so cool. So yes, someone who looks like they could be anywhere from, like, I don't know, maybe a really interesting 10 to like 15, 16. You have no idea how old she is. Runs in, long red hair in braids, wearing a hoodie of whatever, I don't know what the equivalent would be. There is a hood on the thing that she's wearing. She runs up and clearly panicked and upset, and puts her hands on the table that y'all are sitting at the cantina, and asks, "Are you Dent's friends?"
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Great. And then she turns and makes eye contact with Bahani and says, "Bahani, I need an order of 4 extra spicy tofu curry." And then she turns back to the table, looks at each of you, and says, "Look, I'm going to need you to be real cool for like 10 minutes. And then she slides under the table, finds, is anyone wearing like sort of like long robes or a dress, like Imogen, for example?
Yes.
And she literally says, "Excuse me," and then moves your legs and hides behind them.
All right. So as this new entry speaks, Bahani, the bartender, was behind the bar. He kind of looks over, quizzically nods, watches Scratch start to climb under the table, and then begins to walk around the side of the bar and make his way to the first couple of patrons he comes to. He starts to whisper, and you see them very quickly get up, and they start heading towards the door, like the front entrance to the bar. And there's only about 5 other patrons, and he manages to get, like, the first 2 are at a booth together. He gets them going. He's working on the second 2, and then you've got one kind of towards the front by themselves.
When
we're not anywhere close to closing time, are we?
No, but you have not asked when closing time is, so you are unaware.
But
Did you say that out loud?
well, no, I would just like intuiting, like if we're looking around, it
Oh.
doesn't look like it would be about time to close.
No, and it's very hurried. Like people are not done with their drinks. There was no warning. He wasn't turning the lights on. You can tell that this isn't like,
yeah.
hey, it's bar time.
Yeah. Like, huh. So like Mars will say, like, is it closing time already? And kind of like kick at Imogen's legs.
And from behind, you'll hear a high pitched "Nope."
How incredibly inconspicuous.
All right.
So like,
Anybody
yeah,
have
just
any
like,
idea what's happening here?
well,
Do you say that out loud in character? Just so I know.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's like well, I assume that has something to do with Imogen's attire, and we're probably about to find out.
I mean, I have a kid in my clothes.
A strange choice, but I'm not here to judge you, Imogen.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No way I'm your type. That's a little weird.
It is. This is not my choice. I know people who have gone to jail for less. I'm really uncomfortable right now, guys. What the fuck is going on?
Imogen, is this kid your source for the stuff that we were talking about?
No, I have no clue who the fuck this
Oh,
kid
okay.
is. Like,
She can hear all of this, and she's gonna say, "Shh, act natural, okay?"
Believe
I
me,
have a kid in my
this is natural.
clothes. How can I act natural right? What the fuck is natural right now?
Are we like all sitting in a booth? Are we sitting in separate
Yes,
chairs?
you guys would be. You guys kind of. You said you sat toward like far away from the door, so I would say you're here. Like in.
And is Imogen, like what's the seating order? Is she like stuck in there? Like, am I in the way of Imogen getting out of the booth if she wants to get out of the booth? I guess is what I'm asking.
I would say with like the half booths like that. I don't know. I don't know what order you guys would sit in, but odds are, since only two people are on the end, odds are Imogen is trapped somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah, I
then
think it really
I will
depends
get
on
out
how
of the
much
booth
y'all
in
like
case
me.
Imogen wants to get out of the booth as well. And I'm keeping an eye on the door into the place.
All right. So as you start to move, Bahani makes his way to the has gathered the last patron, and just like they just step out of the door, he takes a step back. He reaches he reaches to close the door, and as soon as he does, you see a gloved hand like smack on the side, stopping it, and you see 4 Coriolis guards step into the doorway. 2 of them kind of put their hands, one each on each of his shoulders, and kind of push him a couple of steps back. And they are carrying carbines, like long carbine rifles. And they're dressed in what Imogen would know is just the normal dress for the Coriolis guards. Basically like policemen around the station, kind of just low level, taking care of small stuff. And you can hear, Bahani puts his hands up, and you just hear one of the guards, the masks are all covering their faces, but you hear one of the guards say, "Where is she? We saw her come in here." And Bahani just like puts up his hands, takes a step back. "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm getting ready to close, so I was just getting everybody out of here." And as he is finishing speaking, one of the guards on the side actually takes their carbine and just pistol whips him right upside the head, and he kind of spins around and falls down. And he's clutching his head, and you can see blood already starting to pour out of it. And 3 of the guards take a step forward. One kind of stays in the doorway, and they all immediately look at your table.
Out of character,
Yeah.
As far as what my character would know, is the Coriolis like security force known for being assholes? Like, are they the bad guy here? Because they're certainly acting like it.
Not usually. I know Imogen and anybody who's been at Coriolis ever, especially if you've been there a long amount of time, they're what you would consider like your normal low-level policemen, low-level guards at any city or anything like that. They're mostly good. They mostly take care of like robberies and smaller things like that. Yes, there are some that are corrupt and take bribes and things like that, but they're not really like the mafia shaking people down for money. Like they relatively do the whole serve and protect thing for the most part. So this kind of activity is not what you would expect to see.
At this by this point, am I out of the booth? Like, am I standing?
I would say yeah, because you said you were standing up and kind of keeping an eye on the front. So I would say might have taken you kind of like a shock to see them there, and then that couple like 30 seconds played out. So you would be standing up, but like just to the side of the booth.
Okay, I look at everybody else that's sitting down just to see if like other people saw what just happened.
Yeah, if Marcus was at the end of the booth, he'd be making a move to start like standing up once the violence started.
Okay, if I feel like people are coming with me, I would start walking over.
I mean, kids are gonna kid.
This is true.
Seeing Egregious and Marcus get up, my character will also get up, but he's going to kind of wander around to the bar and go behind the bar and get out a shot glass and pour himself a shot.
I will say, okay, so Shaba, you get up and you like turn and make your way to the bar. What is everybody else doing? Like as Shaba kind of gets up and starts. Just making sure that I'm tracking everybody else the same.
Marcus will just kind of position himself between Imogen's legs and the our new guard friends.
I mean, I have a kid in my fucking clothes. I am frozen in place. I do not want to be caught in this situation. Like, that and fighting every instinct to confront these guards about their horrendous behavior, because this is absolutely, obviously unacceptable.
Okay, I need Imogen and Florian to give me observation rolls, please. And I'm trying to remember, has anybody else spent any time on Coriolis Station? I know Imogen has.
I think I have.
No.
Okay, then Egregious, give me an observation roll as well, all 3 of you.
I have a quick question about Coriolis sheets.
Yes.
I see for skills where it says like, never mind, I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if I have
You're
0
welcome.
in observation, do I just not see shit?
No, you roll because it's based off of wits, so it's whatever your attribute is plus the skill.
Yeah.
So if you have a 0 in observation, you'd still roll 4.
That's what I was gonna ask too,
Yep.
but then I realized, it says the name of the skill and then plus the base stat.
The base stat, yeah, the
equals
base
whatever.
attribute.
So yeah, and
So,
then
yeah.
the number in the box is how many skill points you've invested in it. Apparently,
Yes.
Okay, despite having 5, I got 0.
Okay.
2 success.
Damn. Okay. Lady Imogen.
I still don't see shit. I might as well have had none.
I think Fixer was sitting next to Imogen and is trying to play it cool, like looking at his data pad, trying to find out where to buy an espresso machine on the station, but actually he's looking over the scene pretty intently.
All right. I will say, even with 0, you would have noticed this anyway, even if like the whole scene is kind of getting your blood pumping. Lady Imogen and Egregious, you do know these guards all have the Vulcan carbines, like the rifles. You would both know that Coriolis guards usually just carry Vulcan pistols, like normally just walking around. There are some more task forces, and once you get further up, they have more intense weaponry, but usually they just have the Vulcan pistols. And then Fixer, you when you heard the guard talk, you actually picked up a faint but unmistakable Zoloshian accent that you recognize from your childhood.
Hey.
And all right, so at that point, Shaba is making his way back, and as soon as like everybody gets up and starts moving, Bahani is just laying on the floor, clutching his head. The guard that hit him just points to all of you. He like lets go one hand off his rifle and points, and he says, "Don't move, everybody. Come here, now." And then the guard by the door and the other 2 guards, they don't point their rifles at you, but they kind of pick them up in more of a ready stance.
How are we supposed to not move and come there at the same time?
Are you saying that out loud?
Please say that out loud.
Beat me to it.
So as
Okay.
you say that, the guard that spoke puts his hand down, kind of puts his rifle on his shoulder, rolls his head back. Don't move unless you are coming over here.
I make my way towards them.
Can I discreetly send a space SMS on my data pad to the crew?
SMS.
SMS. Absolutely. I would say, especially with your data gen, you could quickly type out something. You're not going to be able to send them like a paragraph, but a sentence you could get out pretty quick.
Okay, I think I would just do something like, oh man, I hope everyone has their space phone on silent. But I would just send something like to the group chat, obviously, to the in-session chat, or something like not cops.
And then I have a communicator, but I don't really remember what that means. Would that be in my pocket, or do we have like watches that we would see this on or something? Or
I would say most basic communicators would probably be more of like not the Vault Boy, but now I'm trying to remember what that's called from Fallout.
Pip Boy?
Pip Boy, yeah. Like that, just just like a little Dick Tracy watch kind of thing.
Okay.
That's kind of how I've pictured it. There's not every communicator is different, and if you want something specific, you can tell me, but that's kind of how I've pictured it. And Coriolis,
There are small ones that you can actually insert in your ear, but they cost different, and they're like close range, like 100 meters or some crap like that.
And then are people are allowed to carry weapons in the station, right? Like we
Yes.
would probably
Yeah, you're
be
all armed. Yeah. All right, so Egregious begins to make his way to the group. What is everybody else doing?
Continue my uninterrupted walk to the bar, where I pour myself a shot and lay my carbine rifle on the bar, pointing directly at the guards. So if I were to just, grab and squeeze, but then once I'm at the bar having that shot, I'm calmly waiting, looking at Marcus, waiting to see him nod or smile or do a little head jerk. Or...
So Marcus at this point, like once he gets the message from Fixer, kind of like scope that, clock the guys, clock like clock our buddy here at the bar, and be like, you just kind of like do a skeptical head, like a skeptical shake, looking towards the guards, and then kind of a little just slight raise to the chin. In your
Geez, I hope I don't read his signs wrong. I mean,
All right.
I know you're gonna be subtle here.
Subtle, very subtle. All right, so the main guard kind of begins to move to intercept Egregious. He begins walking towards you. One of the side guards kind of points at Shaba as you continue to walk by the bar. Goes, "He said get over here now!" And then he kind of pulls up his carbine and points it at you.
At me?
Yes.
I use that as my opportunity to clarify with Marcus. Now?
If you're ready.
I put the shot glass down and grab my weapon and pull the trigger.
And everybody roll for initiative.
Do I get well, no, because they already got a weapon on me. I was gonna say, do I get a free shot because I was ready? But
no, that's only surprise, but everybody is very cognizant of what is going on. All right, everybody roll, and then when we're done, I'll kind of ask.
Can you remind me how rolling for initiative works?
Roll a d10.
Roll a d6.
I do d10 just because there's so many of you, and I want to eliminate rerolls. That's what we did last time.
I'll be right back.
D10, high goes first. A trace. All right, let me update participant. Initiative card trace. All right, hold on a second. All right, Florian.
2.
All right.
What's the card at the bottom that said that Florian drew a 6?
No, that's just, I have to pick the cards, which it automatically deals out, and then edit it.
Gotcha.
All right. So, Imogen?
4.
Okay. Shaba?
10.
Yeah. Egregious?
3.
All right, I need... Okay, so hold on a second. 3. And then Scratch.
6.
6? Okay. I need... I need Egregious and... Egregious and Marcus to roll again. Oops. Since you both got the same.
Bonk. 4.
6.
Okay. Oh, good lord. This is not helping at all.
I mean, if you want to call it a 10 for me, you can.
This was supposed to make
if that
it easier,
simplifies anything.
But it's not. All right.
I'm just trying to help, man.
Well, you're not. No. What the shit? This is not. Okay, this is super obnoxious. I don't like this at all. Sorry, now it's doing...
Sometimes paper is easier.
Sometimes, but then I don't get the little cool combat tracker on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so egregious. got a 6. Then Marcus got a 4. Marcus and Lady Imogen roll again. Both of you, since you both got 4s.
There you. All right. I finally did it. I rolled a 1. Are you happy?
Very. You both got
Jill,
1s.
did you seriously too?
All right, both of you roll again, and then Scratch, what did you get?
I had a 6.
A 6. Okay.
I rolled another 1.
Damn, does that mean we need to roll again too?
Jill got a 2.
Jill got a 2. Oh my God.
I got it too.
All right. Okay. No, I'm not going to do this all night. Okay. So, Marcus got a 1.
Yeah, programmatically, I understand what's happening, and it is driving me bananas.
Yes.
I
Your banana's old enough to drive?
Apparently.
I mean, my car's almost old enough to drive herself. Does that count?
Ah, Bubbles.
Oh.
She's gotten a little loud, and I haven't taken her to a car wash in way too long. But she's still kicking. And
Let me
still
just check
getting
one thing and then we'll get started.
decent mileage.
Sorry about that, guys. The cats decided to get into a bit of a scrap. Had to
As
jump
they
out.
are wont to do.
Yes.
Very rarely. You're getting older. I thought they'd settle down a little bit.
Alright, I
No. In our oldest cat is our spiciest bitch, as she is curled up next to me, being adorable and sweet. But fur flies in this house, mostly because of Moonin.
Mama Moon has opinions and knives on her hands.
Very, very many opinions
Very many
and knives.
opinions. And most of those opinions are go fuck yourself.
Very, very pointed opinions.
Nice.
I love her to pieces and I would die for this cat.
Oh, good. All right. All right, we're just gonna go this way. All right, that's not working right. So, Shaba, you are going first. Let me
Yay.
switch the map really quick.
Also, yay. If you would be so kind as to refresh my memory, with my carbine, I can fire a burst of auto, or I can fire 2 individual shots. Is that correct?
Let me tell you in just a second. Item, carbine. Is it 2 individual shots? I thought
Well, that's just it. I mean, you can choose to go full auto, and that takes your entire action. But I thought there was, as a short action, you can squeeze 1 fire or 1 shot, and as a normal action, you can squeeze another fire.
So there's in the combat reloaded, there's 2 actions. You have a slow action and a fast action. Your slow action would be a ranged attack. Your fast action, you could do another ranged attack, but it's at a disadvantage.
-4? No, I don't remember what it was.
I want to say it's -2, but
Sounds much better to me.
Does that mean you roll with 2 less dice?
yes.
Correct.
Question, Sean.
Yes.
Are, I guess, myself, Imogen, Fixer, and Shaba currently considered behind cover, assuming we'd duck down and don't just have our head flailing out for everyone to shoot
Yes.
at?
I would say you'd have some cover, so you'd probably get I think it's a -2. Oh no, light cover, so damage reduction of 1.
And then follow-up question.
Yes.
Is the table that I am under or the big long table in the center of the room, are they bolted down?
No, nothing is bolted down.
What? What kind of space station is this? I have seen way too many shows.
It's a really, really big space station.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a really, really stable one.
All right. And full auto, it gives you 3 ranged attacks. But each attack suffers a -2 modifier. Let me just double check. Sorry.
It's all right. I don't remember, and I haven't read the Combat Reloaded. I'm sure this is a good refresher for everybody.
There we go. Quick shot. Quick shot is a -2 modifier to your attack roll, but the attack is a fast action instead of a slow action. You can only make a quick shot against enemy within medium range or less, so that's 30 feet or closer. So you could make a regular, ranged attack, and then with your fast action, make another one just at a disadvantage, or at a negative modifier.
Disadvantage. Okay. There are 4 of them.
Yes. Oh, actually, so this one had moved a little closer to intercept. Egregious.
And the 2 that are a little farther to the west of there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to the west on the map. Anyway, how far away are they? It's hard for me to tell the range on this map. I just want to make sure they're within range.
45 feet.
So I get.
So they would be.
And do they have cover?
Range. What was that?
This is long range.
Because there's short range, which is they're medium range, up to 25 meters, which is 80.
Okay, cool. So they're within medium range, no big penalties.
Yes.
We just do the thing. I'm gonna shoot the first guy, and then take a snapshot or whatever you call it, a quick shot at the second guy.
Are you aiming for either of those?
Yeah, I'm aiming at both of them.
I mean, are you taking the aim action, which adds +2 to the roll, but takes effort?
It's a fast action to aim.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be taking the aiming because that would not let me take both shots.
Okay.
Correct?
Thank you.
That is correct. And then with the Vulcan carbine, you get a +1 bonus to your ranged.
Beauteous. I would like to roll.
Okay. You want me to roll for you? Or you're rolling. Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Sean, page 10, table 6, other modifiers. Factor, I'm assuming that's largest target. It says largest target. What does that mean? Is one of these guys significantly bigger than the others? And if we shoot him, we get a +2?
Modifiers, where are you seeing that? Target size?
Page 10, table 6. Let me snip it.
Oh, table 6. There we go. Larger.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
The larger
a larger target. No, none of these guys would be considered a larger target.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Shaba would get 8 + 1, so you'd get 9.
Total of 9, and
Okay.
I got 3 sixes out of it. So 3 successes.
All right, then. Let me see. His armor is... He has an armor rating of... Oh, armor. 222. That is a damage reduction of 1. So you said you got 2?
Total of 3.
Total of 3? You got 3 successes. So that is Falcon Carbine. All right, so you got 3 successes, -1 for his armor rating. So he takes... there we go.
A crit, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the crit for the Falcon Carbine is 4. Or do you get an automatic hit? A crit? When you hit now because of your ability?
Vulcan Carbine. No, I'm just reading what the Vulcan Carbine. So on the character sheet, Vulcan Carbine crit is 2.
Yeah. The The combat reloaded it
Changed
changes
everything?
some of those things. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so no crit.
I'm
what is-
trying to remember. Do you have a ability?
Judge's talent, auto crit injury when attack hits.
Okay, so it did hit. It damage
Okay.
reduction by 1, so it hit with 2. So you would be able to crit, which I need you to roll 2 6s. Roll
Twice?
1 first. I'm sorry. Read that talent for me again.
Judge's talent, auto crit injury when attack hits.
I would just say that's 1 because it's just your attack, not each hit. So you'll get 1 damage and then a crit. So yeah, roll.
Oh, I didn't. Oh well. The other part of that combat vet, or what is it? Judge's talent, unless it got changed in the rewrite of the rules.
Nope.
When I roll my crit, I can choose which number comes first. Correct?
Yes, but there is
Okay.
a new critical injury table. So what did you get? And I'll read you what they both are.
A 5 and a 2.
All right, so 25 is slashed thigh, which is -1 to dexterity for 4 rounds, and 52 is ruptured intestines, which is
Let's do
fatal
that one.
in D6 days, -1 to all skill checks. So it's not an
Let's do that
immediate.
one.
Okay, so still gets a damage. Roll a D6 for me.
3.
3, so he will die in 3 days.
Okay.
Okay, and that was guard B. So B, die in 3 days. All right. And then you get to do your fast action, which 8, 9, so 7.
It'll actually be it'll be 8, 9, and I didn't add my targeting scope on my last roll, but I'm not going to retcon it. Don't care. The targeting scope would add +1 to my range combat. So
Oh,
I
okay.
should have rolled a total of 10, but now I roll only 8.
Okay.
Correct? Okay.
That sounds
1. I have 1/6, which his armor reduces.
Yep. So the
Okay.
first shot, you take a couple of quick shots. One of them manages to go through his stomach, and you just you hear he keels, he doubles over, and he just retches on the floor immediately as the bullet passes through his large intestines. And then as he stands up, your second shot ends up careening off of his shoulder armor and gets lodged in the wall.
Just the second shot was actually aimed at the guy behind him, but it missed, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, you were aiming at the guy behind him because he was doubled over, but as he stood up, the reason you missed is because
There
it
you go.
careened off his shoulder. So it wasn't a bad shot. It was just bad luck. All right. Scratch, you will be up next. This guard is going to take his slow action. Oh. Slow action. Oh, no. There we go. Here. And he is going to take a Vulcan Carbine shot at Shaba. Which is +1 to his ranged. So, all right. So, he picks it up. He points his carbine, takes a shot, and it actually hits the shot glass you put down, explodes the glass, gets lodged in the bar in front of you, and Doesn't do anything. Now, Scratch, you're up, and Egregious, you're up next.
That's a problem because they still haven't located me. Of course, we're in the
No.
middle of a gunfight. Everyone that I could aim at, I now have people between me and them. I'm trying to decide if I want to like roll the table and use it as like moving cover as I like go back behind the bar, or if I want to stay where I am because I have Medicare, so like if somebody gets hurt, I can help.
Decisions.
I know.
Terrible.
I have all of the thoughts on what I would do in character in like non-life-threatening situations. I have 0% accuracy with making decisions in the moment. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna grab the table. I'm gonna push it over so that it's kind of like being used as a circular moving shield. Can I
Okay.
do that? Is that I'm assuming that's a slow action. And that actually may be my entire turn. I have no idea.
Actually, let me. I would say go prone, retreat, block, dodge. I'd give that, like, if you wanted to knock the table over and move it, that would probably be a slow action. If you just wanted to knock the table over for cover, I would say that would be a fast action.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and angle it in such a way that Imogen and Fixer are also protected if they want to be.
Okay.
Um,
All right, so just everybody's head turns towards you as this small red-headed person appears out of Imogen's skirts with the table kind of flipping on its side, and it bangs against the floor and rolls a little bit side to side and then stops.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Wow.
Do I have it in me to shoot still at the end of this turn
Do you
with my gunny gun?
You can.
Okay, I didn't know if I needed to like have extra motions to like aim the gun or whatever.
Oh no,
I know
no,
I
it's
have
just a ranged attack.
All right, can I
what-
shoot at anyone without like accidentally clipping one of my friends?
I would say so.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot at injured
All right.
NPC B.
What weapon do you have?
I just updated it because much like Fixer said, it's different in the new thing.
It is.
So on my sheet, I have a Vulcan carbine.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that is a +1. So whatever your ranged is, +1.
+1 bonus. And you're rolling for me, don't forget.
Oh, yes.
Mr. McGoo.
Okay. All right, so we will roll.
My ranged is 5.
Ranged.
+1.
+1.
I don't think shooting from behind cover gives you anything extra.
No. It does not. Oh, I didn't mean for that to be secret. Let me do it again.
No, secret.
Super secret. No, not private GM roll. Public roll. +1. 2. So, 2 successes. They do have 1 from the armor. So you are going for the one that's already been injured?
Yes.
All right. All right,
And
so... Oh, go ahead.
damage 3, crit 4. How do you get a crit again?
A crit is if you get that many successes, you get a critical injury. The damage is... So yeah, the damage is how much damage you do with that.
It's not that the weapon crits for 4. It's that if I get 4 successes, I have created a critical hit. Gotcha.
Yes. And then every...
Didn't Bill get a crit, though?
Bill has a talent, which allows him anytime he hits, it's a crit.
Oh, okay. It's a nice talent.
Let me just check one thing really quick.
The Combat Reloaded says the damage, if the
what I
damage
was
inflicted. Yeah.
So hold on, say that again.
If the
let me
damage
see.
inflicted is equal to or higher than the crit threshold of your weapon, so in this case it would be if I inflicted at least 4 damage, then I would inflict a crit. But since my damage is 3 minus 1 because of the
Okay.
armor, I don't.
So
think...
I need to adjust this a little bit. So if it hits, you inflict damage equal to the damage of the weapon, which the carbine is 3. So Bill did.
And I don't hit twice for 2 successes, right?
No. It's
Okay.
if every extra damage you can inflict an additional like point of damage. So you got if two damage dice got through, it would be the 3 original damage, and then you could choose to do an additional damage.
Why would I not choose to do an additional damage?
Because you could if you get for every additional success roll, you can do an extra damage. You can change your initiative with the person you're attacking. You can recover a mind point. You can disarm your enemy, knock them prone, or that's for grappling. But there's additional things.
Yeah, I was gonna say
do.
those sound like things I would need to touch them for.
Yeah, there are additional things you can do with each. There we go. Extra damage, change initiative, recover a mind point, disarm them, knock them prone. Are things you could do.
That's actually
instead of
pretty
doing
cool. So if you roll really well, you do your base damage, but then you can choose to do more damage, or you can disarm them or knock them down or do other stuff. So in some cases, it may be better to say, oh, well, I rolled really well, so actually they're disarmed, or I just want to crit them.
Yep.
That's
Or
reading
if you rolled really bad your initiative, you can swap that with them. You kind of like knock them off. But you don't need to worry about that, because between you and Bill, he's kind of like
he did.
He did. One of his hands is kind of trying to like close the hole, and he leans down, and as he looks back up, your bullet comes out of your carbine and goes right into like the little visor that's been covering his eyes, and the glass shatters, and his head goes back, and you can hear the bullet hit the back of his helmet, and he just kind of like falls backwards.
Okay, so is it? So I've done one fast thing, a second fast thing, right?
You did a fast and a slow, because the ranged attack is a slow, so that's all you have.
Oh, I don't have another fast?
No.
Can I have one for RP purposes?
Yeah, that'd be like a free action.
Okay, so she's gonna call out, like hiding back behind the table. She's using her arm to like prop it and keep it kind of stable since it's round. She's gonna scream out a laugh. You gotta be some kind of idiot to pretend to be a cop. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Nice.
Anarchy.
Sean, can I interrupt for just a second?
Absolutely.
To better understand this, when I had multiple successes, if I wanted to do 2 crits, I could have added one of those extra successes to damage.
Yes.
Which would have achieved my crit for the weapon of 4, and I would have gotten a second critical hit.
Hold on a second.
Just reading the critical injuries thing, it says if the damage inflicted is equal to or greater or higher than the crit threshold of your weapon, you also inflict a critical injury on the target.
So what that would have done, so you would have taken your first hit, or you would have taken one of the 2 to do an additional damage, which would have hit you to the threshold, and then you would have done a crit. So yeah, it would have done an additional damage and the blown intestines.
Okay. No, I know for next time.
For the future, but she finished him off anyway. But you are correct. Your reading in that fits what I would say works.
Because now I feel like I robbed her of the chance of getting her own kill.
No, she did get her own kill, because you only did 4 damage and punctured his intestines. She finished him off.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And thank you everyone for your patience while we figure out the rules. Much appreciated.
I'm sorry, everybody. I know this one's going to suck, but we'll get it. I promise. All right. Egregious.
So is movement, like if I wanted to like duck behind one of the tables or something, would that count as a fast action?
Yes. Movement would be a fast action. It would be to run 30 feet, basically 30 feet of movement.
The
ducking I wouldn't say is, but you could use your fast action to run somewhere and duck.
Okay. 'Cause I'm just feeling very exposed where I'm at. I, would I be able to? Is 30 feet enough to get behind the bar with Shabo?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
What if he chose to dive over the
That
bar?
was just I was just thinking how that would work. 2, tree blocking. Go prones. So you can
Or
30
I
feet.
could hide behind the end of the booth, I guess.
Yeah, you could do that. If you wanted to go over the bar, you would be able to run and dive over the bar, but then it takes a second fast action to stand up. So that would be both of your actions to do that and then stand back
Okay.
up. But you would be able to go for cover. That's not what I want. Go for cover back here for 25 feet.
Okay. And I'm just saying I wouldn't be able to reach the one on the other. No, that'd be too far. Okay.
Yeah, but you can make
So,
about
yeah, I'll-
halfway down this table if you wanted. That would be the other direction.
Okay. But yeah, that seems like probably less good cover. Or by the rules of the game, would it be the same?
I would say that this would be better cover because the table is kind of open on the bottom. So I would say it would
Okay.
be as
that's what I was
complete
thinking.
cover.
Okay. So yeah, I'll use my fast action to do that then. And then I'll use my slow action to fire my Vulcan carbine.
Do you have a preference on which person you shoot at?
The one that was heading towards me, that one, yeah.
Okay. All right, then. So whatever your ranged is, +1 for the carbine.
You gotta be kidding me.
So you should have 8.
I have 9 because I also have a +1 targeting scope.
Oh, you have that too? Okay.
But it doesn't matter because I got 0 out of 9.
All right, so remember, you can always pray to the icons and push your roll, which allows you to re-roll any number of dice, but it gives me a darkness point. And you can only do that once, but that is something you can do.
And that's 1 darkness point for all the dice. Like I could completely re-roll.
Yes, you can roll any number of dice. So even if you did roll 2 6s, but you really wanted to get a crit or you really wanted to get more 6s, you could choose to re-roll any number of dice for that 1 darkness point, but you can only do it once per roll.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll do the re-roll, and then maybe I'll have you do the roll because these dice seem very unlucky. So can you roll 9?
Yeah, Sean's dice are awesome. Can confirm.
All right, so ranged combat, which would be... I just want to make sure that... so 5, 6, 7, plus 2. It did it again. Sorry, I need to see if I can change that default setting. +2. There we go.
2!
Oh,
Who's better than 0?
there we go. All right, so 2. Their armor rating does take it down 1, so you do hit, and you do 3 damage.
Okay, but I don't get the extra point to do something with, right? It's just the 3 damage.
It's just the 3 damage, yeah. Because because you only had 2 successes, and one of them is taken away by. Wait. Hold on a second. Sorry. Now I.
Or is one of the damages taken away?
Why is the damage taken away?
Hold on. Now I'm questioning myself.
Why is 1 success taken away?
The armor is. I'm just wondering.
Okay,
how-
that should just be 1 damage, I think. It's a damage
Yeah,
reduction.
that's what I'm. Armor, helmets.
So you should hit for 1 less than what the damage is on your weapon, and then you have 1 extra success to play with.
Reduces the damage by 1. Okay.
Ah,
So
but
no,
I hit
okay.
that-
We're not going to go back and do it. My apologies. I totally fucked that up. All right,
Yep.
so you do.
Carry
so
on.
you have 2 successes. The one gives you 3 damage. The second hit, you can choose to either do an additional damage, change initiative, recover a mind point, disarm them, or knock them prone. So you did 3. You could do 4 or pick one of those other things.
Does the disarm apply even from ranged?
Yes.
And then what would, like, for them to pick their gun back up, would that be like a fast
That would be
action?
a fast action, yeah. And then, so if you picked that one, you would disarm them, and then the 3 damage that you would have normally done would be reduced by 1 because of their armor. So, I'm sorry, Bill. Apologize for fucking up your shot, and Tammy too. But, so yes, you can either do 4 damage, which would get reduced to 3 because of their armor, or you can disarm them and their damage gets reduced to 2, but they have to pick back up their weapon.
I'll do the disarm. That seems cool.
Okay. All right, so you like get down, do like the little army walk, army crawl thing. Make your way beside the booth, come back around and take 2 quick shots. One manages to like clip them right before, like right where their armor starts around their neck and goes like right through the top of their shoulder, which causes their arm to jerk, and then their carbine just drops to the ground. And they reach up with their hand and trying to stem the blood that you can see kind of coming out over the top of their armor.
And then can I duck back behind that booth, or is that cost an action?
So it doesn't specifically say. To run, you must be standing. If you stop during your movement to perform another action, for instance, your remaining movement is forfeit. So, no. As soon as you stop to shoot, your move's done.
Okay.
So next time, shoot, then move. Lesson learned for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Familiar.
sense. All right. In that case, that guy's dead. So, Lady Imogen, it's your turn. It's a guard, and then Florian.
All right, well, so I am behind a table with that.
But you
You're
no
in a
longer have a
booth.
child in your pants.
Yes, you're in a booth. You're in a booth. There's a table on its side and a child with a carbine aimed over it in front of you.
Right. Because I'm in a rather slightly less awkward situation than before, but still somewhat awkward. So I am going to stand here and try to persuade these guys that we are. They should, like, seriously, guys, do you know who I am? You are attacking people in front of me. This shit needs to stop. Trying to persuade them to fucking stop.
I feel like we need a bingo card, and Imogen saying, "Do you know who I am?" should be on it.
I mean, it's basically a free square. Let's be real.
Give me a manipulation check. And what is your rich bitch bonus?
I get +2 manipulation when you feel it's appropriate.
Okay. I will give you that additional manipulation at this time. So give me a manipulation with that bonus.
Oh, come on. That is annoying. I want 14d6.
14? Jesus. Okay.
That is 3 6s. I'm pretty manipulative. How do you think I got Daddy to do what I wanted him to? Spoiled rich kid, man. You develop the skills you develop.
right, so I will say the one that was furthest back by the door, he does pause as he obviously recognizes you. That'll take away his fast action for the next turn. He's not gonna. It was not convincing enough for him to turn tail and run. The other ones just kind of like tilt their head and look at you and just shake their head and mutter to themselves.
I will then use my fast action to duck.
I would say. No, persuade, manipulate. Okay. Then you duck down in the booth. The next person in the turn order is the one who was. So as you duck down, everybody else sees the guard in the back by the door. He kind of like, he looks at Imogen, kind of looks back at the door, looks at Imogen, shakes his head, and then picks up his rifle and tries to take a shot at Marcus.
Rude.
What a bitch. Ooh, this time I could actually do this one.
No, do it wrong.
I want to do it right. Oh. All right, Marcus, do you have any armor or anything like that?
I have a lie detector and a language module.
That bullet is a lie.
And a comlink. A comlink 5 even.
All right.
No, I don't have.
Ooh,
I do not
does it
have
currently say "not cops" in all caps? With an
It
exclamation?
does. It's still flashing. Not cops. Not cops. So, the one, I did have one success. So the bullet does clip you like right in the side. It goes in and then out the back and does 3 damage to you, good sir.
The clearly the plus and minus icons in the Coriolis Sheets app are a lie.
Well, I am
But-
keeping track of you on here. So, because you had 6. How many hit points did you have?
I had 6.
Okay.
I apparently can't. Hang on, I need to log in. Apparently,
I think you need to log in. So you're down to 3 hit points. And it is Florian's turn,
Not
and
a lot of
Marcus
hit
is up
points.
next.
All right, so I kind of had this cool scene planned out, and it's unfortunate that the goon wasn't persuaded. So I would like to say, as Imogen ducks down, Florian is like right there aiming his pistol right at the guy they were trying to convince. So I'm going to take a fast action to aim for a +2.
Okay.
I
And
would
then
just like to say I love you taking us down the alternate future path. Thank you.
I think it's the same path. It's just like Imogen ducked down and then Marcus got hit, but the aiming was still happening. So that's a +2. So then I'm going to just take a shot with the Vulcan cricket. Noisy cricket pistol.
Noisy cricket. And that gives, so the Vulcan cricket gives you a +1. So you got +2 for the aiming, +1 for the cricket.
Okay. I didn't roll any successes, but I didn't realize that bonus 1. So let's hope I get something here. Oh, dropped my dice. And it's a 1. So that's all misses.
All right,
Oops, all misses.
Whoops. So hold on just a second. You have a Vulcan cricket?
Yes.
I do as well.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, isn't that like kind of shittier than the Vulcan pistol? It's just
Oh, I was looking
small
at the wrong
and
one.
compact.
Yeah, it is. Never mind. I was looking
Yeah,
at the
can I-
thermal. I was looking at the
These are
thermal
mean.
cricket. So
Can I have
Ooh,
thermal
no.
cricket instead, please?
no,
Yes,
that was
I'll
like
take
I was
those.
like armor penetration. Damn. No. I was looking at the wrong one. All right. Well, in that case, would Florian like to pray to his icons? Otherwise,
I think I would because I haven't used the mechanic yet, and I've been
Okay.
eyeing it up, and I have it in my sheet, somewhere. Uh, yes, faceless one. So in my head, oh man, I need to hit this. So faceless one's talent is change a single concrete detail in a scene more to your favor, and the one single concrete detail I would like to change is somehow the bullet hits.
That is explicitly forbidden in the rules. I'm sorry.
It is
How
not.
about it slightly misses and it ricochets and it still works out somehow.
All right. So it says it must be something that has cosmetic or an indirectly helpful effect. So I wouldn't say that your bullet hitting falls into that. I will say, who were you aiming at?
Whoever Imogen was yelling at, trying to manipulate.
She was trying to manipulate all of them.
Oh,
The one furthest to the south is the one that it kind of worked on.
I would say that guy then, yeah.
Question, Sean.
Yes.
Would he be able to use this ability to make someone release their bladder?
He could.
Interesting. Thank you.
Just
Keep
mark
that
that
in
down in
mind.
your notes. All right, so
I mean,
will-
she's a 10-year-old. No shit, man.
So I will give you the ricochet though. So as like you're aiming, and as Imogen ducks, that kind of so Imogen ducks down and her dress flares up a little bit, which gets in
Yeah.
your vision, and that causes you to jerk just a little bit as your cricket takes its shots. So you do miss like right over the guy's head. However, the door frame behind you, the bullet hits it, ricochets off of it, hits the back of his helmet. Doesn't hurt him because he's wearing a helmet, but causes his head to jerk forward with the impact. And I will say that takes away his fast action for the next turn as he releases his bladder into his armor, thinking that he was dead.
So is that guy now losing fast actions for 2 turns, or did you just
Yes.
remove a fast
No,
action
it was,
from this? Okay.
He already had his turn that he lost his previous fast action on.
Oh, okay. I missed what guy happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was the same guy. All right, in that case, it is Marcus's turn, then a guard, then Shaba.
All right. Marcus, is gonna kind of like holding his gut here. Gonna like, pull out his noisy cricket, point it at the injured guard, and take a shot. Before doing his best to stumble back behind cover.
All right, so you get a +1 bonus for the noisy cricket.
I achieved 1 success.
Oh shit! All right. So that will be a hit and 3 damage, minus the 1 for the armor. If you want to stick with it as it is.
Yeah. What would I mean, Loki?
You would pray to your icons if you.
Oh,
wanted
pray to
to
the
do it.
icons to try to get a better roll.
I'm just.
Which gives him a dark point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Quick question, Sean.
Yes.
Just to be clear, because Fixer used the ability. Oh God, the chair. Bill, you have no idea how bad that sounds. Because Fixer used the faceless talent, which is a once per session thing, that did not grant you a darkness point, correct?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, thank you.
Unless it specifically says it, using your guys' talents does not do that. So I only
I'm
have
pretty
the
sure
I only
the
have the
talents do not, but if he had prayed to the icons,
Yes, then I would have. So I've
that
only
would
gotten
have,
one
yes.
additional darkness point this session. All right. In that case, it does. Oh, where is he? There we go. It does 2 damage. As like his hand is grabbing this shoulder, trying to stem the blood, and you take a shot, and it hits his other shoulder, and now he's just kind of like just writhing in pain, trying to stem the blood from like both of his collarbones. And then where would you like to move? But he is still alive.
Yeah, I gathered that piece of shit. Him, not you. No, if I can get
Sure.
if I can get behind the booth across the like to the western side of the
5,
map.
20, 25, 30. That's as far as you could get.
Okay. Could I? I assume that's too far. I can't get behind the bar either. My best bet is to kind of
5,
huddle
10,
behind.
15. So I would, again, you could run and dive behind the bar, but you would be prone. So it would take your fast action next turn to stand.
I'll do that.
Okay. So, as Shaba is sitting there, like looking down at this, at the shot glass and the pieces of it that are scattered over the bar in the bullet hole, you kind of look up and you see Marcus just sprinting at you, just bleeding from his side, and he jumps up and manages to hit the bar, not where the glass is, and just leaves like a streak of blood, and then just kind of falls on the other side, like right at your feet. All right. In that case, it is. Da, da, da.
I love that the icon is all like askew.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to turn that off, where it changes the angle
this
of
is
the
better
icon
because
as you
he's
move.
badly injured. I can see him just like going ooh on the ground.
All right, so this badly injured guy is going to. Let me see, 5. It's going to step a little closer and take a shot at. Oh, we will pick up.
We need to know who you're murdering or attempted murdering.
Let me see. Scratch is behind a table. Imogen is bent down, but Florian is standing there with his angry cricket. So that is who this person is going to try and shoot, which would be
Uh-oh.
ranged plus agility plus the bonus. Oh, no, plus the bonus. There we go. So as he moves forward, still bleeding from like gunshots in both sides of his collarbone, he picks up the rifle, barely able to hold it, kind of aims it at Florian, and as he begins to squeeze, he just goes, ah! And the shot just goes straight up into the roof and just completely misses because he is in so much pain. And Shaba, you're up.
I'll let you roll this time, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shoot the one farthest farthest west, and then farthest south.
This guy?
Yep, be
Okay.
what is it? 8, 9, 10 to the first 10 dice to the first one, and then 8 dice to the second one.
All right, let me see. Stats. Ranged. 3, 5, 8. Public roll 10. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Which would
so
that
go
would
ahead,
be
that'd be
crit. Well, I mean, you don't need to use that. So you've got the 3 damage, and then you've got 3 additional that you can do anything you want with.
3 damage.
Or yeah, you got the 1 success for the 3 damage, and then you've got the 3 additional things that you can do.
I get a crit, and I reach my crit threshold, right?
Trying to think if you could, because you do reach its threshold, but you already have a crit. Trying to think how that. There we go.
I guess it wouldn't make a lot of sense. If it was an auto shot, there's more bullets. Then there should be multiple crits. So this, I think, I get the automatic crit. It doesn't matter how many. So I have 3 more points to spend on
Yeah, because I
damage.
was gonna say, I think the way I read it, there's only 1 critical injury that can happen per attack.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that.
So you get it automatically, so you'll get
Okay.
to roll. So yeah, you'll get to roll for the crit.
I will roll a crit, and I will spend the rest on just doing damage to him.
All right, so there's 3 for the first, and then you got 2 additional, so that's 5 damage altogether, minus 1 for his armor. So he takes
That would
4
be
damage.
3.
What was that?
I had 4 crits,
Mhm.
or I had 4 successes.
So
1
3,
hits,
4, 5, 6. Oh,
3
okay.
damage.
You're right. So it's 5 damage
5 damage after his
and a
armor.
crit. Yep. And then go ahead and roll your crit.
Roll. Oh shit. 53. Was that the same I got last time?
No, you got. So you either get 35, which is a severed ear, which is -2 to observation, or 53, which is a punctured lung.
Let's do the lung.
Yes, -1. So -2 to all skill checks.
Gotta say, there seems like a really big intensity difference between the different crits. Like a
Oh, yeah.
shot through your intestine or your lung compared to your ear.
It really depends on the tens digit. 5s and 6s, from my remembrance. If the first digit is a 5 or a 6, it's very serious. Otherwise,
It
it
is.
kind of goes down to.
And when you get into the 6s, especially the high 6s, in the original Coriolis, there were like 10 instant deaths, critical hits, but they shrunk it down to like 2 or 3 in the Reloaded. But there's a couple critical hits that are instant death, regardless of how many hit points the person has left. All right, so punctured lung. So roll a d6.
A 6.
6. So he will die in 5 days of a punctured lung, and he has -2 to all skill checks. But he is not dead. So that was your regular attack.
And then my quick shot is -2, so 8 dice at the other guy. The other unharmed guy.
The other guy? Okay.
The unharmed one.
So... All right, so 8 dice. No successes, good sir.
Okay. Oh, and then I will say to Marcus, stay down, boss. I got this.
So, as you take your first shot at the guard, he kind of begins to step around, and 3 bullets come out quick and clip him in the thigh, the shoulder, and the side, and he just kind of spins around to his right. And as he is spinning around, that's when you take your second shot, and it would have hit him, but he was still spinning from the impacts of the first ones, so it goes right by him and just embeds in one of the booths as the empty shell casing kind of lands right next to Marcus's head as you tell him to stay down.
Okay.
All right, so that guard, who is almost dead, is going to move closer, and yeah, it's gonna take a shot at you. Why not?
Right on.
Let me see. That is with carbine. Maybe I should start letting Foundry roll for me too. As he pulled, like he's limping, his right arm is barely working, so he pulls it, aims it at you, tries to take a shot, but it ends up careening off of the bar, hitting a couple pieces of glass that shoot off to the sides, and it just ricochets up and ends up on the view screen behind you and just shatters it. And Scratch, you're up, and Egregious, you're next.
All right. So Scratch is going to shoot at Near Death Man
All right.
with her Vulcan carbine, which has a bonus of 1.
So agility, range
5
combat.
plus 1.
So, public roll +1. Ooh, 2 successes. All right, so you get the hit. Do you want to do anything with the second success, or did you just want to add a damage?
Go ahead and add a damage. He's near death, so I don't know if it's even necessary, but
It's not.
I didn't think so.
All right, so as you kind of pop up from behind the table, he's still just bleeding. His right arm is barely moving, and he sees you pop up, and everybody just hears him go, "It's her," and then your shot comes through and just right through his neck, in the front, out the back, and his neck just explodes, and he falls over backwards.
All right, and then the last thing that Scratch will do this round, as she's like going back down undercover, is to shout out, "Keep one of them alive! These are the fucks that took Dent!" Which is the
And-
first time these people are aware that Dent has had something bad happen to him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Egregious, you are up. Then it is a guard and Lady Imogen.
Doesn't Tammy still have a fast action?
She could if
I
she
don't
wanted
have
to.
anything I can do with it. I don't think I can shoot. Can I do a fast shot?
You can. It's a
Is that
negative
thing?
2. Yeah, it's a negative 2, but you can.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, why not try, right?
Okay.
We're gonna shoot at badly injured dude then.
All right. So it would be your normal. So it would be 6 minus 2 because it's a fast shot. So it will be 4 dice.
Yep.
Yep.
My bullets accidentally fall into Dead Man instead.
And what I'm actually going to do, I am going to use a darkness point.
Oh no.
And Tammy, you ran out of ammo,
Womp 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 womp.
which reloading is a slow action. So next turn you have to use your slow action to reload.
Okay.
Now it's Egregious's turn.
All right, I'll use my fast action to do a quick shot or whatever it's called at the badly injured one.
Quick shot first. Okay.
So that's 7 dice.
So a quick shot for a fast action, it's so you have 5, so it would normally be 7, plus 1 for your carbine, which would be 8, minus 2 for the quick shot, so it's 6.
Well, I have 9 altogether with the targeting
Oh,
scope.
that's right. Okay, so it would be 7. Yeah, because it's minus 2 if you want to do a quick shot. So.
Yeah. So would you mind rolling?
Oh, yeah, I can just roll for everybody. Fine. So 7.
I feel like my dice are cursed.
I feel like Foundry has been rolling better than any of us so far. All right, so that is 2 successes. So that's a hit, and you can either use the second success to
I'll do a
extra-
damage.
a damage. All right. So as you just kind of like you barely peek around the corner, you just do like a Call of Duty just quick scope shot. You just bring it up and take a quick shot, and it ends up hitting just inside of his visor again, like right between his eyes, and knocks his helmet off actually, and his helmet comes off his head and rolls back with a large portion of his skull still inside of it. And you do have your slow action left.
I'll use my slow action to target the last remaining guy.
All right, so 5,
That's
6, 7,
9.
8, so that's 9. All right, same thing. What would you like to do with your additional success? So
So-
knock prone, disarm, change initiative, or an extra damage.
Did Egregious hear Scratch yell out that we want one of them alive?
Yeah. I would say everybody would have heard that.
Then I'll I guess I'll use my other point to knock him prone to make him less likely to run away.
All right, in that case, so -1 for the armor. Okay. All right, so this is the guy who has had who pissed himself and had wondered if Lady Imogen was. So he actually, as you shoot the guy in front of you, he actually, like, you see his head start looking around, and he takes like a half step back towards the door, and then you take another shot, and it goes right over the two tables, and it hits, like, you hear it ricochet, and like you hear it hit a fork, and the fork like ricochet off the table as the bullet continues down and lodges into his thigh, and he lets go of the carbine with one of his hands, clutches his thigh, and then just falls to the ground. He's dead. Lady Imogen, 'tis your turn.
I'm going to use my fast action to stand up, and then I'm once again going. This time, just, dude, you should probably just like surrender and talk to us, because obviously my friends will kill you otherwise. Can't promise we won't still, but like there are higher odds that you will survive this if you just agree to talk with us. Where the fuck is Dent?
All right.
Who are you?
Give me another manipulation check with the additional rich bitch bonus, which is its official name now, by the way. There you go.
2 out of 14. I am not rolling great. But I feel like this is a pretty persuasive scene around us.
So as you are saying this to him, he's laying on the ground, one hand clutching his thigh, the other hand kind of trying to hold the carbine, and you see the helmet kind of look at all of his dead comrades. You see it look at Bahani laying on the ground, just still like laying flat with all the gunshots, and he's holding up his carbine, and you just hear, "You'll let me live?"
Higher odds. Much higher odds. The odds will ever be in your favor on that one.
Oh, I lost a die. All right. He does kind of like lay back. He still has the carbine up. They'll do worse.
That the non-injured dude behind the bar, I don't know him well, but I think you might be underestimating what he can do, what he will do.
Are we at a point where other people can interject?
If it's quick, I'll say.
You better throw that gun down, or I am gonna floss you with your own intestines.
Who are they?
He does drop his. He kind of lays back and just lays down his carbine, and you just hear a heavy sigh. Fuck me. And combat is over.
Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure that fuck me was not an invitation.
Only one way to find out.
You're welcome.
Really, there are multiple ways, and they're all bad ideas.
Really not sure where we're at right now. I'm very upset. But let's
all right. And
talk to this guy. And please try not to kill him.
Yeah, so gunshots, bar, maybe get the bartender, close the door, let's drag these bodies back behind stuff so that if someone else does come to investigate the noise.
You've done this before. But let's do it.
Um,
She's Imogen's strong as fuck, man. She starts pulling bodies around.
does somebody have some medical skill to help our friend?
Scratch does. Scratch, however, will almost immediately turn to the side and go, "Oh God, I think I killed a guy," and then vomit before moving forward and attempting the metacurgy skill on Marcus, or I can't tell who looks like they're in more danger, Marcus or Bahani.
Bahani, Marcus was shot. Bahani was pistol whipped.
Yeah, I don't know which
So
of
I
those
would-
is worse.
I would say you'd know that Marcus was in more
Okay.
imminent danger. Let me see. There we go.
Metacurgy is 5. We're not in battle. I don't know if there are any other things that can happen with. But all it really does, I think, is just make you recover faster over time.
It can. Okay, so you can. It looks like when you're no longer, you heal 1 hit point per hour of rest, recovery time. You can give him an M dose.
I don't have one.
Okay. I know you guys do. And then you'd be able to use your metacurgy to increase the amount of hit points he can recover with that. Otherwise, if you want to roll for your metacurgy, you can half the amount of time that it takes for him to recover those. So,
All right, I guess she's gonna call out. Does anyone have an M dose? Otherwise, I'm gonna do the best I can. I will not.
I only have Arash. Sorry, I don't think that'll help in this situation. I mean,
All right.
maybe it will. Like, I guess it hurts.
Where was he shot?
in his side.
Failure metacurgy. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna try and like put pressure on the wound and
I like so I've got a metacurgy of 5 total, like 4 wits, 1 plus. Can I like help like talk her through this, like give an assist at least?
Let me see. I know there are.
So
There's like
the
a
intestines,
sister.
see, they go on the inside.
Hey, I think we could probably find Marcus a doctor somewhere else. I don't know if we want to stick around here. Maybe we
Alright,
could grab a
Sean.
bottle and find
Yes.
a new spot.
Can I use my faceless talent to air quotes find an M dose underneath of the bar?
Concrete detail. I would say yes. I would say since you're okay, so you're using your faceless talent as well. I would say that you look over at Bahani. He's kind of like looking around, and you just ask him, "Mdos, where?" And he kind of like nods at the bar, and you're able to go behind it, find a little case that has a couple of them, grab one, and then use it on him. And that automatically restores 2 HP.
I feel like 20% better.
And then you will recover another in an hour with an hour of rest. All right, so you guys are taking care of Marcus, who was closing doors, moving bodies, just who was doing what.
Well,
I was moving bodies because I'm strong.
Okay.
I was going to grab the guy
Shava?
who's not dead and smile ever so sweetly and say, Come here. Let's have a chat.
He's gonna look up at you. Do we have to?
Do you want any chance of living?
Yes.
Then we should have a chat.
He's
What I'm going to tell you is this. If you can get us some decent information, we're good. But if you come in here and you have nothing for us, that's not good for you at all. Make sense? You're trading information for your life.
I suppose.
I want you to come meet a friend of mine. Now I drag him over to where Marcus is. See, that's a friend of mine. You shot him.
Fuck you!
I didn't shoot him. He points to one of the dead guys. It was him.
Fuck your friend!
Fuck your couch.
While this is happening, Scratch is using like a spare length of cloth, probably a bar rag, who fucking knows, to just tie the most complicated and prettiest bow as possible around this chest wound. Like frills and like multiple loopy things.
Around Marcus's?
Yep.
Oh wait, you smell pine needles, and you can tell that it was just drenched in gin.
Oh, good. That's good.
So Marcus smells like a Christmas tree.
Feels disinfected.
Oh, it's antiseptic. It's hell, man.
I give it
Straight to the bloodstream.
approval as I pull one of the bodies around the counter and see it, because obviously aesthetics are very important.
All right.
I'm glad that there's finally someone in the group who gets it.
Bahani gets up and he closes the door as all of you are doing these things, and he like takes his shirt and pats the blood on his forehead, and then he walks over to Scratch. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Look at you. You nearly broke your nose again.
Wouldn't be the first time, so.
That was pretty spicy curry, though.
Thank God my nose is okay.
And then Scratch turns to the baddie on the, I don't know if he's prone or not at this point, and she goes, in a near perfect imitation of Imogen, do you know who I am?
He kind of looks at you. You were the one we were looking for.
Well, you found me. Where the fuck is Dent? And then she kicks him. But she kicks him like in the ankle, and it's kind of sad and weak and pathetic.
Right in the shin. Right in the shin. He goes, ah, fuck.
More where that came from. Where's Dent? And she kicks him again.
I don't know if he's still here.
She kicks him again without saying anything. And then she says, damn it, where'd you take him?
He went with the other mystics.
He's not a mystic. And then she kicks him again.
And then he tilts his head at you. If he's not, then he won't make it that far.
Elaborate. Now.
And then she kicks him again after he says elaborate really slowly.
And he's just...
And all of these kicks do 0 damage. These are very, very just, they look like something, but they do 0 damage.
All I know is we are paid to take mystics to the sanctuary, and then they vanish.
Yeah, okay, people don't disappear. So what the fuck does that mean? Where's the sanctuary? What's the sanctuary? Who's in charge? Kick, kick, kick.
I just picture this little 4'5" small girl just kicking him with her shoes.
Please,
it's fantastic.
so the mark that you're going to want to look at in session chatters is 850, because I feel like the GIF I just posted is pretty perfect.
That's fantastic. All right, so he just puts his hand up, We're supposed to take them to the sanitarium. Somebody comes. They take them to the cellar, and then they never come back. That's all I know.
And you're fine with this. What the hell? Do they pay really well? Do you get, like, good benefits? Kick. Do you get dental? Big kick.
That's all I know. We take them to... Hold on a second. We take them to the sanitarium, or the Samaritan sanatorium. We meet somebody. They take them down to the cellar. And then the mystics are gone along with their curse. No more infection, no more craziness. They're gone. It's better for everyone.
What you're talking about is crazy. She kicks him twice and then she's like out of breath. And so she stops and leans against the bar and is just like going,
Marcus, you feel like questioning him or
Like Margaret's like groggy as hell from
Getting
having been halfway dead.
oh, and you got the good opioids, sir. That M dose
Yeah,
is no joke.
yeah. It's just like, so it's like, is Dent a mystic?
No, of course he's not.
So where's Dent? What did they do with Dent?
this guy
then-
saying that they took him to the sanitarium?
And Scratch, still trying to catch her breath, makes like overly exaggerated arm motions from Marcus to Shaba. Like, yes, this. Are you listening? Why aren't you here?
Like, so like Marco's kind of like, gets himself up, like on an elbow or like kind of seated up, like looks at the guy is like, can you take us to the sanitarium? Do you know where it is?
He kind of looks around. It's the Samaritan sanatorium. Everybody on Coriolis knows where it is.
Fantastic. Can you get us in?
She kicks him. We're on Coriolis. Kick. And we don't know where it is. Kick.
You would actually know where it is, Scratch.
Okay, never mind. She doesn't do that then.
Yeah, it's right at the core. It's it is run by, so I would say Scratch, Lady Imogen, and Egregious would know this. When you hear the Samaritan Sanatorium, you know that it's run by the Order of the Pariah. It is known mostly for charitable work, medical expertise. They claim to welcome anyone, especially the poor and those suffering from grave and disgraceful illnesses. You would know that they have
He means STDs.
openly advertised for treatment of the mystic disease. So it is one of those places that is like, if you are poor and injured, you would go and they would take care of you. If you have some type of infectious disease, you would go and they would keep you comfortable and take care of you as best they can, and there would be no charge for these things.
Would it be a surprise to Scratch that this is the sort of place where they would take, kidnap people to, air quotes, like, cleanse them?
Yes. The Order of the Pariah is, and most of you, everybody would know this just in general on the Third Horizon. The Order of the Pariah is kind of a fanatical religious sect. They believe in the judge and follow his practices. Brother Ramus from the Ghazali was from the Order of the Pariah.
Was that the fuckstick?
No, that was the no violence
Okay.
doctor. That was the doctor. So you know that they are fanatical, but as far as you know, on Coriolis proper, they mostly just do charitable, medical, and societal work. So it would surprise you to think that mystics were being forcibly taken to this location.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Like I said, they do advertise for cures from the mystic disease, but it would still surprise you that people were forcibly gone to this kind of thing.
So, like, Marcus would just kind of, like, reiterate, like, so, like, can you, like, what were you supposed to do here? What, like...
He points to Scratch. She's a mystic. We were supposed to take her to the sanatorium, give her to the guards there on a side door, and they take them inside, and we get our pay. And we make society better with every mystic we help.
Scratch, like, crawls over to him and, like, puts her face right in his and says, but I'm not a mystic. So what the fuck does that make you? Child kidnapper?
We take who we're told to take. We were told you were a mystic. We were given your name.
And does it change your opinion on your behavior, knowing that I'm not a mystic? Are you okay with what you did? To me, a child, a young, small, frail, and she ends up like she like shrinks into herself, and her eyes get real big and wet, and like, you would have hurt me? I'm
So
just a baby.
He looks at you. So you haven't had any abilities manifest? Anything that makes you more special than anyone else? Things you couldn't do more than a year ago?
If I had mystic powers, would I have used a gun? Would I have done... I had to use an M... whatever it was, M-kit, M-whatever.
M-dose.
M-dose. Like, wouldn't I have used my powers to make this easier? To run, to escape? No!
Okay. Are you intentionally lying to him? Just so
Yes.
I know. Okay.
Yes,
Just
I
making
am.
sure. Okay.
Although no one else knows that. Bum, 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 bum.
All I know is everybody can play. Like everybody is good at pulling back from their character. But so he just looks at you.
Yep.
He just looks at you. They haven't been wrong before, whether it has manifested or not. I trust the names I've been given.
Who gives you these names?
Those higher and more important than myself in the order. They give me names. I assist these mystics and help society.
Forcibly, against their will. Just to be clear.
I am saving you from yourself and saving you from infecting those around you with this
With bullets?
malady.
You're saving me with bullets. Bullets in my direction?
Well, Imogen, you're supposed to be the captain of this crew. You tell me. We going after?
Oh no,
this?
we're killing him. He's gonna fucking die. Please kill him.
But my question was, are we gonna continue following this lead, this trail up the path? Who's doing this? I mean, is there money in it for us?
Okay,
Well,
if you're not gonna go save Dent, I'm gonna go by myself right now.
Yeah,
Look,
I
don't know
kind
you,
of...
kid. If you want to go tear off by yourself before the adults make a decision, go ahead. But until I hear
you be
what
an adult.
we
I'll go
are
save
doing,
my fucking brother.
again, if you want to tear off on your own, great. If you want to wait until we make a decision and go with you, great. Your call. Actually, it's Captain and Marcus that I'm listening to, so let's hear it. You two decide.
Pulling people off the street for reasons that they cannot help and did not choose is bullshit. One might call it ice cold. I think, no, no. We have more than enough for our next payment on our ship when that becomes due. This is bullshit. We're gonna stop it. This fucker's gonna die for helping.
And at that point, Scratch crosses her arms and again, using her Lady Imogen voice, says ice cold bullshit straight at Shaba.
Marcus.
So like Marcus will kind of like, like it's like yes, yeah, like like try to like like be a little bit of calm. It's like yes, this guy's clearly a like like fallen in with a bad crowd here, made some poor decisions. At the very least, we have some information that we need to get from this guy. Like he still knows things that we don't. And like Marcus kind of gets up, is like his Vulcan cricket still in hand, starts to like get up like and makes a bit of a show of being a little like wobbly on his feet yet. And he's like, but like we just gotta like I'm sure we just need to ask this guy nicely, and kind of like stumbles towards him and then makes a show of like falling like on him and like oh I fell with like the cricket like right next to your fucking head, and be like, we just need to know where our friends are.
So as you fall, he puts up his hands and he takes off his helmet. And as he takes off his helmet, you see a dark tanned skin, older man, maybe in his late 40s, early 50s, starting to get wrinkles. You see he is completely bald. And then around his head, you see a couple of different tattoos. One is, it looks to be a jagged pattern around his head. It looks almost like a crown. It resembles a white thorns against a black void, and it goes around his head. And then on the side of his neck, you see an Ouroboros, and on the left side of his neck, you see like scarification taking up the majority of his neck in different symbols and patterns. And Florian, did you recognize these? Did you want me to say out loud what you recognize, or would you rather I shoot them to you?
You can say it out loud.
Okay. So you recognize the white thorns against the black void around his head as the Martyr's Crown tattoo. It is a significant symbol for the Order of the Pariah. It gets its name from a celestial phenomenon on Zelos. And the Ouroboros is the snake of the martyr. It represents the eternity aspect of the martyr. It's worn by soldiers for protection. And the scarifications are a deeply ingrained practice on Zelos, referred to as scars of devotion, the results of ritual self-flagellation performed by the faithful in honor of the martyr. So those would be all things that you would immediately recognize. And he takes off his helmet, he sets it down, and he just goes, I will tell you whatever you need to know, as long as you let me. And then before he can finish that, his head just explodes. Like, in one, out the other, a bullet flies through his skull.
Marcus checks his gun. like even though I assumed like the trajectory is like the bullet did not come from Marcus's gun.
No, the bullet came from the door. And as everybody's head like looks at him and follows to the door, you see that the door is open. And then standing in the door, you see a figure that begins to approach holding a pistol. They are intimidating, not in size, but in the way they carry themselves. A stillness hangs on them as they take their steps, movements deliberate and precise. Their form is hidden under armor that is obviously of exceptional quality. It has a deep red tint over polished metal that glints in the faint light. A helmet obscures their face. A narrow eye slit, just hinting at the dark eyes beneath. A long red braid of hair hangs down their back. And as they continue to walk to you, they remove their helmet, and you see a woman with a stern-looking face, harsh features, a dark skin with piercing reddish-brown eyes, and she continues to close the gap to you. And she looks at all of you in turn and just says, "I am Judicator Akaba Kasha, and I have been sent to speak with you."
I hope you weren't.
No, go
I
ahead.
hope you weren't sent to speak with him.
Can you
Go
can you
ahead.
remind us what an adjudicator is, or is that something we know?
Those of you who have been on Coriolis, so Scratch, Lady Imogen, Egregious, you would know that when it comes to law and order on Coriolis, so you've got the Coriolis guards. They're average uniform peacekeepers handling the day-to-day station issues. And then they're at the bottom. At the top would be like the judges. They're independent from the Coriolis Council, from the governor. They answer only to the written law, and they wield it however they see fit. That judge can get you into restricted zones, pull strings on weapon permits, or whatever the case demands in their eyes. They can make it happen on the station. And in between them, just below the judges, are the judicators. They wear full armor. They rarely use names. They rarely ever smile. They're the court's enforcers, detectives, soldiers, and executioners if they so see fit. If they think you're guilty, they don't have to wait for a courtroom. They can sentence you on the spot, publicly, permanently, with no repercussions. Basically, like, the guards hate the judicators because they think they're arrogant and untouchable, which they are. But if you're dealing with something serious, the judicators are the ones you would want. Think the operative from Serenity. Like, they can do whatever they want because they know that they're right, and the judges give them that leniency. So to have a adjudicator address you in not a violent manner is a big deal. And you would see the look on Bahani's face just of shock. None of you have ever seen a adjudicator in person, but you've seen news stories and heard stories of them solving cases and only leaving executed corpses behind.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. This has been a harrowing experience. I am so glad that you came to help. What may we, how may we help you?
So she looks at all of you, looks at the dead body. First, you're going to take care of these, and she just waves her hand at the dead bodies. They are not ours. Second, I come with an invitation. And then she reaches behind her into a pouch and pulls out a shining black envelope with stylized gold lettering on the front. There's like it looks like the fanciest letter that any of you have ever seen, Lady Imogen. This would even be like a high-end envelope that you can tell is from someone important. She looks around, lays her eyes on Imogen, tilts her head, and walks over to you and says, "Your presence has been requested. You will attend the judge."
Yes, of course. Oh, we would never think to do otherwise. Again, thank you so very much. I cannot wait to assist you guys in whatever is going on.
Tomorrow, rest, clean up, and we will see you at Alchemir's restaurant. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Don't be late. And then she looks at each of you in turn. Do not make me come ask again. And she looks down at the dead body, just kind of gives it a slight kick with her foot, and then just turns around and walks off.
Okay, as she's walking away, Scratch, like, darts forward, stops, also kicks the body, and then runs forward again, and is like, my brother's been kidnapped. Is there anything you can do to help?
So she stops. She kind of halfway turns her head. It is not my place to speak for the judge, but I can tell you that your interests align. And then she turns back forward and just walks off.
Yeah, Scratch is aware just enough of what's going on, because this is a really big deal, all caps. So she's going to back off and say thank you.
Okay, so Bahani kind of gets up and slowly makes his way to the door, closing it after the Judicator.
Bahani, you got somebody who can take care of bodies in a hurry?
He looks around. Well, I suppose that this isn't the first time I've had to get a body out of here. I'll fix it.
Creatively sourced pork?
Do you need funds, or can you just sell off their equipment and that'll cover it for you?
The carbines aren't bad. And besides,
Kinda what I
and
was thinking.
he looks at Scratch. Just find out where Dent went. And then he kind of begins to walk back, grabs the last body that Imogen hadn't moved yet, and just kind of begins to drag it towards the back.
Scratch, like, leans back against one of the stools or chairs or whatever and just goes, fuck!
What was that, Egregious?
They out of character. They all just had carbines, right? Like basically the same weapons that a lot of us have.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then just they had basic Coriolis guard armor. They didn't appear to be from what you saw of them. They didn't appear to have anything special or beyond that.
Okay.
Unless anything else happens to change my mind, Shaba's basically going to resupply his ammo with the carbines that are lying around, and then help, what was it, Mahani? Move
Bahani.
bodies back to where he's taking them.
Bahani.
Bahani.
Benihana.
So Scratch, after doing her dramatic fuck, will visibly take a breath and like center herself and then say, so hi, dense friends. I'm
Hi,
Scratch.
dense sister.
Yes.
Your parents have a very creative naming convention. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we're both orphans, so no, we don't.
Your selves have a very interesting naming convention. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Okay, so look. Here's what happened. I knew Dent was supposed to meet me in our normal apartment here, and bad things have been happening, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and so he's going to meet me at our apartment, right? So I go to the apartment, and he's not there, but his notepad is, or what data deck, whatever you call a notepad.
Datapad.
I was gonna say
Datapad.
Dent can write.
Oh, you fool. And then I hear something going on in the hallway outside the apartment, and I look out, and there are these people who are clearly not guards because their shoulder armor has the thing that's the dent and the stuff, and you can tell it's not real. I knew it wasn't real. Okay, that's all you need to know. Okay, they're not real. And I knew we were in danger from the start, but I was hoping I could get Dent and we could get away and then it would be fine, but we didn't. Okay, so, all right, stop. Okay, so some of them took Dent, okay? And then I had his data pad, but they took it. And then the other guy saw me and I ran, and all I could think was I saw on the data pad that he told his friends to meet him in Behani's place. So that's where I went, but they were chasing me and I didn't know what to do and I didn't have time. Anyway, okay, so, hi, I'm Scratch.
Hi, Scratch. I'm Marcus.
Dent talked about all of you in his datapad. I was able to read all that, but he's not great with names. So I'm gonna go, I think, okay, so, and then she points at Fixer. You're the smart one, right? When he talks about the smart one, you're the smart one?
Sometimes. Depends on the topic.
Did he call you the smart one? Smart guy?
I think he called all of us the smart one, but it probably, sure.
Okay, so then there's the pretty one. And she stops here and she looks around at all of you. And she gets, Marcus. Yeah, okay, so she points at Marcus. She says, you're the pretty one, right?
I can only assume.
At this point, my out of character, I really, really hope that Imogen is extremely upset that she's not the pretty one.
Honestly, Imogen is ingesting a lot of information right now and only kind of paying attention to what Scratch is talking about.
Totally fair.
But she did hear the pretty one and did just kind of assume and then kind of went back to self-reflections.
Okay. So then there's the sensible one. And I think that's you, honey. She points at Egregious.
Hello.
Okay, all right, okay, and then oh well, this one's obvious. The tired one. That's clearly you, Shaba. She points at Shaba. And then the sad one must be
Hold on.
lady person.
Shaba's dragging the bodies and helping this guy out, and he comes in here and she points at him and says, "So you're the tired one?" Shaba drops what he's doing. What the fuck? That's what Dent thought I was? I was the tired one?
You look really tired, she says.
I am now. Fuck. He goes back to dragging bodies.
And then Imogen she points at, and you must be the sad one. Why did he call you the sad one?
What? Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Well, neither can he. Because he's been kidnapped. Okay, so anyway, nice to meet you. Do you care about him enough to save him? Because if you don't, I just gotta go now. Like, I've gotta... Are you gonna save Dent?
I mean, I don't think I don't see a question in it.
We are going to do everything we can to save Dent and figure out what these people are doing to Mystics, because Dent was our friend. And that's not okay. And it is, nice to meet the kid who hid in my clothes. Please try not to do that in the future.
I will do my best to make sure I don't need to. But if I do, I'm really glad you wear long skirts.
It's current trend. We'll see how it changes.
And at that point, like, Scratch takes a deep breath and, like, readjusts her clothing a little bit and adopts a little bit of Lady Imogen's behaviors and says, yes, I could. Yes, you're absolutely very trendy. Quite beautiful, actually.
So, what would be Dent's description? The strong one?
He's Dent.
Big McLarge huge.
Big McLarge huge.
Rock fist punch.
Right.
Do
So,
you
okay,
have a pet
what are-
name from Dent?
what was that? Do I have a pet? My pet name is Scratch. What the hell?
So you Scratch isn't your actual name then?
Of course it's not my actual. Who names a baby Scratch?
That's
Who names a baby
That's
Dent?
what I said.
Shava
Look, only
finishes up
orphans
with,
get it, all right?
Shava's finishing up with helping out, and he comes back and says, "All right, so I want to know, team guys, boss, Marcus, Cap, are we waiting to talk to the adjudicator and then helping Dent, or are we just gonna fucking blow them off and go do it now?"
Oh, we will be talking to the adjudicator. I mean, we have so far been approached by the emissary adjudicator, and we are going to be meeting with a judge. I don't know if you understand how insane all of this is. We need to ensure that we make this meeting and find out what happened to the miss.
But that didn't quite answer my question. We can
Well,
plan on meeting with the adjudicator, and we can still go and look for Dent now, or are you saying we're gonna hold off and look for Dent after the adjudicator?
I think
No, I think we
Marcus
should
at least needs some rest in the meantime.
I wouldn't mind some rest, but I also agree that we don't necessarily have to just sit on our hands while we wait for a meeting at, what was it, 7 p.m. tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
so
Let's spend
Is that
At the-
Coriolis
at-
standard time or daylight time?
CST, baby.
Aha! At this point, Scratch goes, aha, and like scurries around while y'all finish talking a little bit and comes back with like a massive cup of coffee for Marcus and also another shot of alcohol for Shaba.
Huh. Thanks, kid.
No, I think we should spend this time trying to discreetly gather information. This does not strike me. These do not strike me as people who would necessarily take well to people trying to find out more about them, and we want to make sure that we are not snatched off the street before we are ready to be snatched off the street, if that is a route we choose.
Hey, Cap, not to continue being a royal pain in your ass, but we don't do subtle very well. I don't know if you've realized that yet. None of us do subtle very well. In fact,
I'm
it's
very
almost
subtle.
fair to say that Dent did subtle better than most of us.
That was the
Thoughts?
subtle one.
Can we try?
We can.
I love the resignation in your voice. Can we?
That's why you're the tired one.
That's why I'm the sad one.
Yeah, I thought I was a tired one. Am I the sad one now?
Oh, you're the tired one.
Okay.
Imogen's the sad one.
Yeah, that's why I'm the sad one, because of y'all. Well, okay, you're right. So maybe keeping it subtle is asking a little too much, but let's go on information gathering mode, and try to put shooting random people mode aside for a moment.
Great. I'm awesome at subtle. I'm gonna just go to the place, the sanatorium, whatever, and I'm just gonna ask if, like it's like a animal shelter, right? So I can just be like, oh yeah, Jen's mine.
Oh, buddy.
You of all
No,
people should not
no.
be going to the sanatorium. They came here with 4 guards to kidnap you.
Well, sure, but I'm not actually a mystic. Haha. So it's gonna be fine.
Not how wanted posters work, friendo.
Yeah, that's not how
Yeah.
it's done.
But it's how
Yeah,
I
you're
want wanted posters to work.
Well, hey, I want a lot of things to work a lot of ways, but they don't just because I want it. So, like, we were all on board with your want to like find out what's going on with Dent, and going up to the place is not a horrible idea. Just it is for you specifically.
Okay, I'll wear a disguise. I'll dye my hair. I'll get contacts. Look, they won't even know it's. I'll be like a kid. I can pull that off.
I'm sure you can.
I think you'd be very good at being a kid.
Thank you.
I yeah, honestly can say that I think you would do great.
Are you a kid?
Wouldn't you like to know? Finger guns. Okay,
So
so
is that a yes?
if you don't want me to just go there, we know that's where he is. Where else are we gonna get information? Who else has any contacts here?
Great
I
question.
do. I know a lot of people here.
Okay, but do you know anyone who
Maybe.
can help us?
Maybe.
The judge, maybe?
Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the shooter lady that just walked in here totally killed the only person we had who knew something.
Yeah,
So
it's
can we
rather
trust them?
suspicious.
I think he had already told us all he knew.
But did she know that? Why did she kill him? She didn't even tell us why she killed him. Did he owe her money?
Well, she doesn't have to.
No, she doesn't have to, but that doesn't mean I trust her. I don't trust any of these fucks.
Yeah, just like Lady Imogen, I know this is a bit of a paradigm shift for you, but just because society respects them doesn't mean they're good people with the best interests of the people at mind.
Fear and respect are not the same.
Beer and respect, however.
I don't get it. This doesn't make sense.
The
Wait, which
adjudicator
part?
did us a favor, though.
Fear and
because-
respect are not the same.
What was that, Egregious?
I was gonna say that at least the adjudicator did us a favor because I wasn't looking forward to deliberating whether we actually let Imogen murder him.
I was kind of looking forward to that. She raises her hand a little bit.
I just want to make sure that we are smart about this and try, like, Scratch, you've been here obviously more recently than I have. Do you know anybody who has lost a family member recently? Or maybe somebody, even a family who had somebody willingly turn themselves in? Anything like that?
Look, you go into the side corridors here, you're gonna find dozens of people with that story. This is not an unusual thing to happen. But it's Dent. So I have to fix it.
We're going to. Oh, we are going to. Well, obviously, neither Scratch nor myself should enter into this place at this time. I am obviously just very recognizable, and Scratch's name is on a list. The rest of you would probably blend in quite nicely at the Samaritan Sanatorium.
Okay. Y'all should all get totally cool disguises, all right? Like, okay, I know this guy who makes awesome wigs, and like some of y'all, there's this putty that you can put, and it looks like a scar. You could have like you could wear an eye patch. No one would ever know it was you. Look, I got you covered if you need any of that. That's a big silence. I'm guessing you're not on board with the scar thing, but look, scars are really cool. I'm just saying to think about it, all right? You know, if you want, uh, or you could just go in as yourself, I guess.
I mean, I just, there's like disguises are great, but there are, I would assume that a place like the sanitarium has, slightly more advanced identification technologies
Oh,
than.
honey. Honey. And here she stops and she adopts the mien of some, you don't even know who she's mimicking. Look, darling. You can't use the high technology things. You must use the low technology. If you go in with some sort of technological wireframe face, of course they'll see through it. However, at this point, all you need is a little bit of putty and some fake hair, and no one can see through it.
Will they still recognize my gun wound?
Right. Speaking of low tech and high tech, hey Fixer, it's been 20 minutes. I'm just curious. Have you hacked the entire internet and downloaded all the contents of the station already?
I know you were the smart one.
Not the entire station, but I did look up the reviews of the restaurant we were invited to tomorrow. Looks pretty decent. Pretty good tapas menu there we can check out. So
It wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but I guess it's a start.
It's got a 4.9.
I don't suppose you discreetly pull some information about stuff.
I think yeah, I'll see what I can find out about this sanitarium.
Thank you, Fixer.
Curious about who's running this or what the connection is there, so I'll run a trail on that.
Let's go
What
get Marcus
space
some
time
rest,
is it?
and then
What was that agreed?
whenever he decides that things are good to go, or the captain and Scratch can, hell, we can hang out on the ship for all I care. That's probably a pretty safe location for us. And then, Fixer, you find a direction for me to travel. I'll go.
Is
Did
it
you
not
say something, Lars?
conspicuous?
I was just wondering what space time it is.
I would say it's probably about 10 o'clock at night. In
Okay, so-
Coriolis Standard Time.
Given we have less than a day until our meeting, and that one of us is shot and the rest of us just got done fighting for our lives, I think going back to the ship and resting and making a plan makes a lot of sense, rather than
Oh, you're so old. I can see why he called you the sensible one.
Isn't spending the night on your ship and instead of renting rooms incredibly conspicuous? That just seems weird. Do we really want to draw that kind of attention to ourselves?
Why is Daddy gonna buy us rooms?
I've just never heard of such a thing before. And if you guys, if it really is common, let's go for it. I just,
Hey, I'm just spitballing here. You guys want to make a different call? Go right ahead. I just something that's easy and convenient, and I already know all the ins and outs of the ship. Well, most of them. I feel more.
Yeah. I mean,
comfortable.
also our first real time we sat down in the station ended up in a shootout, so I don't know. Maybe y'all are more familiar with Coriolis than me, but could use some ship
I mean,
time.
he does make a really good curry, but I mean, are you saying you have an actual bed, like a bed, like a bed with a pillow and a blanket, and you could go to it right now at any time, and you're thinking about not doing that?
No, I'm thinking about doing that. She's thinking about
Yeah,
finding
I
a
think
different bed
everybody
with a
with
different
Imogen
pillow.
is thinking of doing that.
I mean,
Do
to
rich
be
people
fair,
not
I
do
have
that?
not spent.
I thought that was a rich people thing, to go to a bed with a pillow and a blanket.
Well, of course. What kind of bed doesn't have a pillow and a blanket?
The kind that's free?
I like this kid. We should give her a bed and a pillow on our ship. We got an
Okay.
extra room. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. Let's. When in Rome. Or on the ring.
Coriolis.
Or on the Coriolis
Yeah.
ring, I should
Yeah.
say.
Hmm.
And so we all walked back to our ship to call
Oh,
it
my
an
God,
evening.
we said it.
Are you heading back?
Yeah,
All right.
we have to. She just said, the captain said we're going to the ship. We have to go.
So, as
I thought the captain was the captain on the ship.
Wait, she's not the captain when she's off the ship?
Didn't
Are
we have a
you-
discussion about that? I thought that was, maybe I remember wrong. I thought there was some discussion that the captain isn't in charge all the
I know
time.
we were talking about that. Did we actually come to that conclusion? We continue to talk as we walk.
all right. So as you're walking, you do see posters from the Samaritan Sanatorium talking about their their advertisements for treatments of the mystic disease. So, and they are like motion. I'm gonna play it in just a second. They are like think of like Harry Potter newspapers on the walls. So they
Are you or a loved one afflicted with unquiet thoughts, whispers in the dark, trembling? Are you or a loved one afflicted with unquiet thoughts, whispers in the dark?
all right. So that is what you see. It's just an advertisement for the
Unquiet thoughts,
sanatorium.
in the dark.
But
Are you
Lady Imogen and Scratch. Sorry, as you guys are walking by the poster, and everybody else saw that initial poster. Lady Imogen and Scratch, you look at the same poster, and this is what you see. Nope. I don't know why that did that. Stop. There we go.
Can't imagine
Are
why
you
Scratch would
or
see
a loved
something
one
different.
afflicted
She's
with
very clearly
unquiet
not a
thoughts, whispers in the dark, tremble? You may be blessed or burdened. Are you or a loved one afflicted with unquiet thoughts, whispers in the dark,
So you are the only two that notice that shift.
or burdened?
Is this like a poster on a wall? What is this?
Yes, it's like a poster on the wall, but it's like a motion poster. Like I said, think of like the Harry Potter newspapers, but it is just like a poster plastered on the wall.
So can, for example, Scratch would probably be very familiar with these, having been in contact with Coriolis. If I were to like scratch a dagger across it, like you would if someone had posted a poster on the wall, would it like break the poster?
Yes. Yeah, we'll go with yes.
Okay.
They're
All
they're
right.
they're everywhere, but I'll say yes.
So Scratch is gonna do that, but she's gonna make it kind of look like she just kind of tripped over like, I don't know, a loose cobblestone or something, and then fell into it and accidentally scratched it out of existence.
Is the space station cobblestoned?
I mean,
I'm
it's
sure it is.
ginormous. Maybe they did it for a weird decor. Maybe it's a weird type of tile.
I've been to House on the Rock. People do that.
So Imogen is basically going to ignore it for as much as anyone can tell, but she gets like quieter and icier, as the walk goes on. Except when Scratch does her tripping and scratching thing, in which case a slight smile might come over Imogen's face, but yeah.
All right. If there's nothing else, then you all make it back to the ship. You take your rest. You clean up. Marcus gets a bit of healing. I'm assuming somebody
So,
checks on
I'm
the dead
assuming-
body in the med bay.
I'm assuming that Scratch is shown to a room and like,
Yep.
oh, this is now your room.
Here you go, kid. Stay as long as you want, or until you piss the captain off. Either way, this is your room.
Oh, this is amazing, she says, and closes the door and then immediately tries to find ways out of it. Like, is there some sort of vent? She can, like, open the grate and, like, crawl into the vents.
No, they're not that big of rooms.
Shaba will ask, "What are you doing?"
Oh, no, he wouldn't see. She would have closed the door.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So she would seem, like, super grateful for the room. If she cannot find a way out of it, if there's
And then
no,
shut the
like,
door in his
vents.
face.
Yeah. She would wait until she was pretty sure no one was there, and then she would immediately leave the room and try and find somewhere else to be that was secret and safe. And if this is a lengthy time period, which I assume, if she found a way into a vent, she would then know all of the, what do they call them in Star Trek? The something tubes?
Jeffrey's tubes.
The Jeffrey's tubes. Yeah, she would definitely have started making her own little map of what the ship looks like from, inside the walls.
So, counter to what Star Trek tells you, I don't think a ship this size would have air vents large enough for a child to walk through. So I don't really
A small
think
child?
maybe a ferret, but I don't think a ship this size needs like 3 foot by 3 foot air shafts.
I mean, you'd think that, but at the same time, we do have at least one different smuggler's hatch.
Oh, there are smuggler's hatches, yes. But I wouldn't really call them, like, you wouldn't be able to crawl through them. They would be like a storage area with just one in and out.
Just watch out for the Nakatra in there.
No, the Nakatra's gone now, isn't it?
They are
Yeah.
gone, but they're droppings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do robot dogs poop? This is not a philosophical question I thought we were going to tackle tonight.
Robot werewolves.
I thought we actually specifically spoke about cleaning those up a couple sessions ago.
You probably did. It would not.
Like I
not
have a recollection of cleaning up the Nakatra mess.
Really? Imogen cleaned up the...
No,
Request
talking
Like
about
she was literally hired as a deckhand. Like she's done a lot of like physical grunt work. She's just also a Richie bitch.
All right, so then, knowing what little I do about the ship, I'm assuming that Scratch will take this time to learn about the layout of the ship and potentially find a tree in the arboretum to sleep in.
Okay. So everybody's gonna rest, clean up. Is there anything anybody wants to do, role play, talk about during like your 8 to 10 hour rest period?
Marcus would, spend time resting, and if anybody wants to discuss plans to go and like scope out the sanatorium before the meeting, we have tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Fixer would respond and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna try and run a trace tonight. See what the deal is with this play. See if any data sources know anything. Specifically, want to know if the order is involved with it at all. Don't know if I can run a data gin overnight on that or not, but it's kind of what I'm."
Give me
Feeling.
more specific on what you're looking for.
I would like to general query, but probably more like ownership. Like, I'm thinking like maybe like old records, public or not, trying to see like ownership, this high level stuff, exploratory at this point.
Okay. Give me a data gin check.
Okay. Let's see. It's a big one. That's out of 8. That's 1 success.
1. I mean, you're able to find that the Samaritan Sanatorium is and has always been owned and operated by the Order of the Pariah. That there has not been any guard activity, any flags, any like illicit or illegal activity recorded. I will say you have noticed, you're able to find out that over the last 6 to 8 months, the foot traffic in and out of the sanatorium has substantially increased. It kind of spiked and then it's been steady for the last 6 to 8 months, but that is the only anomalous thing that you're able to pick up.
Okay. I'd probably share the info either in the morning when the checks have completed, I would say, but yeah, nothing too interesting coming up, so that's still good info.
I would also warn Scratch not to talk freely in the cockpit.
Very nice. She definitely secretly scurries into said cockpit, but then says nothing because she was warned. Additionally, Sean, if you would please,
Yes.
roll a d6 for me.
I'm not used to being told to roll anything, so this is very
I
odd.
know, right? I feel so powerful. It's amazing.
That's a 6.
Woo! That's the worst thing that could have happened. Great. She will spend apparently just 6 hours in the chapel, which we have, making a talisman, which will provide a +1 to 1 skill test eventually. But if you'd rolled far lower than that, I could potentially have made more during this time frame, but that's all we've got for now.
Okay.
So at the end of it, she'll have 1 talisman she could potentially gift to someone else or keep for herself, which will allow a +1 to a skill test.
Make sure you
That's
annotate
some
that.
mystic shit.
It's not. Anyone could do this. This is literally a talisman maker skill. I'm definitely not a mystic. Would you please stop accusing me of being a mystic? Oh my faceless. Also, I assume Fixer is extremely well aware of where she is at all times and is not even remotely surprised.
It's probably like less of a. It's probably like an obvious thing, like, oh, yep, there's a little blinking light here, a little like system notification alert that some access panel has failed, email
Yep.
here, things like that.
Now,
Yeah.
the weird redheaded feral kid we've picked up is sleeping in a tree. It's normal.
Glad they're on our side.
All right. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before you all wake up in the morning?
I need to pee.
No. Sorry,
But
denied.
that's more of
Denied.
an out of character thing than
No, I will say it is 10 to 10, so actually that is a perfect spot to call it for the evening. We'll pick up with you all waking up on the day of your requested presence.
we'll
At the
we'll pick up with you all
restaurant.
waking up in 2 to 3 weeks.
It's a long
Da,
rest.
da, da.
Very long.